We're back, and today we are hanging out with. I keep saying PKO. I think the invisible forces are angry with me. It's PKA. Prince Kofi Amoabeng, PKA. Anyway, Prince, we are back. Before we took the commercial break, we were talking about the structures and everything. But importantly, you were personally accused of some 5 million, and you issued a statement about the whole accusation. You want to explain a bit?
I decided in the midst of all these things I wasn't going to make a statement at all. So I avoided all the media houses, and for a long time, even my best friends, including you, I wasn't coming to you.
Yeah, and you didn't mind me. I sent you text.
And then I was hit below the belt, so to speak, when they said I had taken a loan or something from a client, 5 million, whatever. And I felt that my integrity, if anything at all, my integrity has to be up there. So then I issued a statement to address just that. Now, it's always baffles me how people can accuse me of trying to take money from a company that we struggle so hard to build. And why would you sacrifice your whole life, 20 years plus of it, to build a company only to steal from that company? And so when they said I had taken that 5 million, incidentally, I had sold my house, and to help somehow the liquidity crisis that we had, I had paid 5 million into UT bank account. Which other bank can I pay this money in, apart from my own bank? Now, interesting thing for Ghanaians, for those who maybe do not know, when we listed UT Financial Services, by selling off 30% of the value of the company, we realized $27 million. Now, I didn't know what to do with $27 million. I told people that, what do you do with $27 million? Walk away and go where? Kukran to me, I don't need more than 1,000. So for the $27 million, we put it back into the system to acquire a bank, to recapitalize that bank, to pay off the bank's liquidity support from Bank of Ghana, which was 4 million at the time, to put up new offices. Those days, banks didn't really care about shiny offices and things. We moved our office to Manet. And then we had to also hire more qualified people to help us move the banking direction. So almost all the $27 million, which we could have walked away with. It was our money. We had worked for it. Unlike a lot of people, you can't even account for the money they have. And after putting $27 million in a company to grow the company and to sweat, sometimes I don't even eat because things are happening. Then Ghanaians want to now say that I have stolen 5 million cedis from this same company. I said, God, what next?
That's when the what next applies there.
God next, you must be preparing me for something because this is a bit too much. So that was when I had to come out to say, I felt I had to come out to say something small to address that small issue. Now, since that, I've also stayed in my corner, and you're always too persuasive, and you are my brother and everything. So I said, well, yours is also a bit lighter, even though the main things are said. So let me show up with my brother and see, give Ghanaians a bit of a take. So that is how I come.
And I appreciate it. It's so strong.
But I think Ghanaians love bad news.
Yeah.
And they love doing evil things onto other people. Generally, and that's why we don't develop, we don't respect one another. Sometimes we don't even respect our own selves. So how can you ask them to respect other people? And we all know what the problem with Ghana is. People will say, we need to change our character. We need to change our values. We need to change our culture. We need a paradigm shift. It's the same thing. We all know we have to change. Now, interesting enough, this has eluded us for the longest. We're not going to change. Because to change culture or character must come from the very top. And unless the top is that disciplined to say that I am going to work with the systems and institutions and policies and not look at individuals and the pastors and the chiefs and political cohorts, it will never happen. And that is why I cry for Ghana, because it can't happen that a party will put someone in place and then the person will say that party should stay aside. I'm going to appoint the right people who are qualified. It will never happen. But that's the only way this country can change. And we don't have a chance with the two parties that we have, because they have to pay their debts.
The system.
Exactly.
The system is set up that you have to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, and it is sad that, and I'm quite old. I've seen it before independence to now, and it looks like I'm going to die and never see my country rise up. But here's what it is. So until and unless we have a leader who is that disciplined to a fault, well, let me give you an example. When at UT, no meeting started late, because I will always be there before every meeting. Then one day, when we moved to our big building, my head of HR said, Chief, people are not signing the new register I put in place. I said, we've never signed register, so where is that coming from? Then she said, if there should be fire, then we can't account for all those who are in the building. And I said, yeah, you have a point. And it says, then I want to send a strong mail to the staff that everyone has to sign. I said, no, they don't need a mail. He said, Chief, I've told. I said, yes, I agree, but I don't need a mail. You know what I did? The next morning I came, I said, what's your new register? I signed and went to my office. Come and see speed.
Everybody's signing.
Yeah. If you don't sign, I'll apply sanctions. But to come back to what we're talking about, here's the case where people, and a lot of people, I hear the government appoints probably up to almost 6,000 board members, diplomas, all sort of things. And these appointments are not, in most cases, based on merit at all. So one, they don't even know what they're supposed to do there. And worse, they're not even accountable. Because if it's your former girlfriend, it's still your former girlfriend. What is new? And if it's your party person who helped you in Brown or where, so he helped, that's why he gave you the post. So you can't hold him accountable. And then there's a lot of corruption that we can't check, and that is the problem that we have. And God help us.
Wow. Because it's built into the system.
It's become our system now.
Yeah, that's our system.
It's become our system now. And I can't see when we can get out of it. And it's sad because things, for me, I see them as getting worse. Even when we want to correct it, we don't plan well, and so forth. And I find, this is a bit political, and I don't normally want to talk about politics, but take this beautiful SHS. If I were a politician, I've never been a politician, I'll wait to the third year to implement SHS. One, so that I can actually assess all the nuances and things like that and be ready for it. Two, because I want it to have impact when I go for round two. But now it was introduced first year and we're struggling with it. They're probably giving their best shot. Now second two-track system, and people are now using it against the MPP itself. So I ask myself, when will we sit down and really think about what is good for Ghanaians and take our time to implement it properly? It's all politics first.
Yeah.
And
I think as a nation, we have allowed politics to get in the way.
Absolutely.
And that's really setting us back, And all governments, the whole thing, the first thing is, so, wow. Well, you said something, we've done enough of the banking, something too that I wanted, if things are going well, that's when you ask God.
You ask God, why
God,
me?
Why me?
Why me?
Things are going too well. What are you setting me up for?
Exactly. God, what do you want me to do with what you're giving me? So you ask God, why me?
Why me?
But when things are going bad, you say, God, what next?
What next?
But I must say that I've had very nice people give me support.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of people wish the worst for me. My very good friend, Professor Yensu, and then also my old Aru, and a whole lot of people, I don't want to mention your names. But the thing is that when you get into these problems, people want to advise you. And my friend Aru, when I went back that weekend, he sat me down in my house and told me that, Kofi, give everything to God. You know, the story of Daniel, the story of Gideon, And then the story of Merchant of Venice. And he preached and prayed. I said, thank you very much. I'm fine. I'm not going to go crazy or anything. Fast forward, last 2 months, thieves went to steal his car. And the same friend, he came to me and said, my pressure is coming. They come to take my car. And I said, hey, sit down. Don't be stupid. When they took my bag, you saw Daniel and Gideon and whatever. Merchant of Venice. You, this is your foolish car. You to take Daniel and Gideon. but a lot of people have been very supportive. I mean, I have my boss in the army, Kenneth Bayobo. He's now quite old. He called me and he said, Kofi, listen, I know you. And I've known him from university, and he was my boss, Paymaster General. I said, Kofi, I know you. Let me tell you something. Ghanaians have failed you. You haven't failed Ghanaians. And I was so touched. This old soldier, my friend.
Wow.
And it touched me so much. And I said, if just one person, my boss, will say this about me.
Wow. And that's lovely.
Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Show him some love, man. Yeah. So the next thing I want to get into is how good you look, and and what you talked about, you know that the banking phase is on the side now. There's definitely going to be a new phase. So you are rebranding yourself, and you are taking care of your health and everything. You've always been active though, but are you now paying special attention to your health? You've started eating only once. Is it?
Yeah. Well, I eat only once because when you get older, your metabolism goes down. So you don't really need the food. So you hear people saying middle-age spread. It's middle-age overeating. Because the food you don't use sits on your body. So I eat once a day and I exercise twice a week. And it's really rigorous exercise. I actually amped it up. When these problems came, I actually made it worse or more harsh.
Yeah.
And then I play golf. But other activities is normal. I hope you know what.
You kept them normal then. Let's pause just for a second, because I've seen this clip of you, your workout routine. So let's just pause for 60 seconds. Folks, take a look at this.
Highly spiritual.
Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepeti yeni Yepenu mediri Yenza Yenzo Leunemu na yenza Unimuze nije nabae Eko fewe busu ya foni
Kofi, how do you do this, man? You're turning 67 this year? Or you're
This month.
60? This month, you're 67. How do you do this? Do you see the thing you're doing with your knee?
Yeah,
You catch us in Miami. That knee thing blew my mind, man. Jeremy, could you cry? How do you...
No, you don't just start doing it. I mean, you do it consistently over time, and the body is used to it. And you know, I've been lucky. I was an athlete in school. On campus, I was playing hockey. I was an athlete doing pole vault and sprint events. And then I joined the army, and army is everyday exercise.
Yeah.
You know, and so any time if I miss exercises, I feel something is gone away from me. So I've been exercising consistently. I used to go to the Air Force gym. Then I had a gym in the UT Holdings office that I used to attend with my driver and my PA. And then my house had a gym, and where I live now, there's a gym. So I always have worked out. So my body hasn't seen any stress as such. It's because when you do things consistently, then it becomes a part of you.
Wow. Because I watched the video and like, hey, my quality, this is 7 this month. So what about other areas?
Like what?
Well, you know,
if we are thinking like, I've been divorced for the past 25 years.
yeah.
So
I've been
of
the
course,
extracurricular.
man shall not live by bread alone. so you can imagine. Yeah, I've been quite active, and God has been extremely good to me. You see, people should know that the most important gift from God is your life.
Repeat that.
The most important thing that God gives us is our life. And quality life, healthy life, you have to thank Him every day. Remind yourself that He's given that to you for you to use for His creation. Now, there's some clip or some DSTV, they show, what's the name of this guy? Ronaldo. When he scores a goal, he takes his stuff to show his muscles. What I make of it is he's saying that, look at what I've done with my body to be able to score that goal. So you have to put a lot of investment into your own body so that you can run into spaces and get the right pass. But if you are weak,
You can't.
then God, I mean, when you're going to even look for a woman, you won't go for a woman who is weak and it's not nice. So you have to look good before people come to you.
Hey, man. And also, you promised me you're bringing me a torso. You're bringing some.
Yeah.
I think you have it there.
Yeah, I have it.
Folks, watch him, man. He's going to just show us a little bit of what he's doing. The man is shopping 67 this month, though. Just watch a little bit of some of the exercises he's going to do right now. Take a look at this.
Normally, this torso slider, you go on your knees and then you actually slide forward and then back. Forward and then back. Now, it works on your arms and also on your torso and a bit on your buttocks. But I scaled it up after my crisis and I said that, listen, I've seen it before, so now I practice it but from standing position. So I go down and then you go up. Wow. Tell me when.
When? Show some love, man. Yeah. So, this is, and you're 67.
This month.
Pardon? This month. This is very, very impressive.
Thank you.
And you lost 10 kilos? And you,
Yeah, I put 3 back.
you booked 3 back because I'm not for how?
Swati.
I call it Swati. Back here, you will. Wow.
Yep.
So this is for all those who are watching us, who are also thinking about how to stay wealthy. No, how to stay healthy. We're wealthy too. You know, this is a trick. He eats once, man. So, and you don't, and normally you say you eat only in the evenings. What I heard was, if you're going to eat once, eat a good lunch and then relax.
You see, you must enjoy your food. If you're eating lunch, you have to hurry up for a meeting or something, you don't enjoy the food. So my one meal, which is dinner, I take my time. A bit of wine, a bit of cheese, good conversation, 2 hours, 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
That's why I've taken the dinner.
I see. But it's good to see that the dinner works too.
It
man.
works. Because the food you eat in the night is what you use the next day. So it's the same thing, so long as you use it.
Showing to love, man. Well, it's been amazing, man. It's been amazing. First of all, I thank you for honoring me with this interview, man. Because people will say, "Oh, because what happened, no friend? This is my friend on phone." So I'm sure people will be happy. Oh, finally, you know.
Yeah.
People were telling me. People, I don't know. They'll go on my Facebook wall.
Yeah, but
And when I interview Kofi, you know.
I think maybe I should use this medium to say that for all the people who have good intentions and have love for me, I'm well. God has been very good to me, extremely. So now I ask myself, what next?
What next? What do you think is next, though? Do you have any?
Everything is open. I'm not going to struggle to prove anything to anybody. I don't have anything to prove. I think God has used me for a lot. I'm ready for Him to use me for more if He wants. And it has changed me. Apart from checking on my health, I've become more religious and I'm closer to God. I pray once a day, every morning. One thing is, it's not that God needs us to pray to Him. I believe God doesn't need our prayers. The prayer is for you to reflect on your life and to go by His ways. To constantly remind yourself of what to do, just as a soldier or an athlete will train for hard times.
Wow. Put your hands together, the King Gourmet. Is it homemade in Ghana? What is that?
Oh, that's the company of my daughter.
Oh, really?
She does lotions and also scrubs and a whole lot of things, all raw, wild, and pure, and typically homemade. And she started in my house. I thought it was a joke. But she's now grown the business, especially after she left UT Bank, where she was working. And she's grown into an international company. She's exporting to Europe.
We should have her here.
I would love for you to have her here.
We will.
And you will love her more than me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that King Gourmet is a
great.
product, and I'm really proud of her because she's proven that she's an entrepreneur and has a lot of potential. Fantastic.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Put your hands together, come in here. All right. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back.